Every day this week, we've asked you your opinions on the Texas redistricting fight, which led to House Democrats leaving the state to break quorum. And each of those poll questions received literally thousands of votes. Well, today we are asking if the FBI should be allowed to arrest those lawmakers. The QR code on your screen will take you right to today's question. Our Joy Addison is in the newsroom after asking one expert if the Texas Constitution actually allows these moves on either side. Joy.
Well, Keith, civil warrants signed by the House Speaker Dustin Burrows can't be enforced outside of Texas, and Attorney General Ken Paxton wants a court to declare that these Democrats that have left the state for their seats to become vacated. But legal experts, including a Rice University professor, says the Texas Constitution doesn't give him that power. Democrats argue the new voting maps unfairly strip power from Black and Latino voters. Democrats argue the redrawn maps will give Republicans an unfair advantage and take power away from Black and Latino voters. President Trump has repeatedly said his goal is to get 5 additional House seats, which the new map could help him accomplish. Professor Mark Jones says the president can redistrict in his favor.
One thing that is clear is that the Supreme Court has ruled that partisan gerrymandering, which is what Republicans are engaged in here, is perfectly legal, perfectly constitutional.
A majority of the remaining members of the Republican-controlled Texas House have voted to track down these Democrats through Speaker Burrows' civil warrants, with Senator John Cornyn requesting the help of the FBI.
Normally, one would say that the FBI has no jurisdiction in this matter. It's a civil issue here in Texas.
And when it comes to Attorney Paxton's request to vacate their seats,
in regard to the governor and the attorney general's position that they can vacate these seats, that's nowhere in the Texas Constitution. The House can remove any member by a 2/3 vote, which Republicans don't have right now. Otherwise, they have quorum.
And while redistricting is constitutional, Professor Jones points out that it traditionally only happens once every 10 years following the census, and only by court order. This attempt breaks that norm.
Taken to an extreme, we could start to see a process of redistricting, if not after every election, at least multiple times during a decade, which would be both chaotic from a legislative perspective. That would be bad for voters because voters would increasingly not know in which district they lived, nor who their member of Congress was.
And Professor Jones also says this may pause the redistricting and put a national spotlight on the process, but it will not stop it entirely. Reporting from the newsroom, Joy Addison, KPRC 2 News.